What's up, y'all? This is Gerald Lovelace with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a deep dive into how we can turn our ROG Ally Extreme into a streaming PC. So the ability to take your PS5 or your gaming PC and use this to stream the footage from there. Is it possible? Can we do it? Let's find out. And we're going to test this out while playing the most anticipated game of the year, Black Myth Wukong. You know your boy I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up. All right, so a little bit of backstory. I usually stream from my PS5 to my PC, but I wanted to try Black Myth Wukong on the PC alone. I have a RTX 4070, lots of RAM, and I was like, let me push this PC past video editing capabilities. Now, if I'm gonna push the graphics in a game, I can't stream and record using OBS at the same time because it's just too much resources being used up. I have my HP Envy here. It's a very base model PC. It was mainly just to kind of get basic stuff done and like be able to remotely connect to my PC and just to have a big screen. I got it pretty cheap, and I was like, oh, this should be able to do, you know, the task of streaming from the PC to this and then uploading it to wherever we have to go. But I was wrong because as soon as I plugged this thing in, it started kind of overheating, and then also just was laggy the whole time. The stream was fine, but I couldn't like click between scenes, and it was a bad experience. But then I thought, wait a second, I have another PC. This is a PC. I keep forgetting that this is a handheld PC, not just a handheld gaming system. So this has Windows on it, and I'm able to download OBS and everything to it. So my idea was, hey, let's try live streaming from this, which has a dedicated GPU, which has lots of RAM. It can run Black Myth Wukong. I tried that already. So if it can run that game, it should be able to pull in some video feeds and stream it out to the world and record, right? So let's see how we get this hooked up to that. So in order for this to work, I knew I was gonna have to have a couple things. First thing first was ports. Now this doesn't have any ports on it except for a USB-C port. So I have my USB-C dock that I bought for the ROG Ally. You can check that dock out in this video right here. Check that out. But it's basically this dock here, right? ROG Ally is gonna sit inside this dock like so. On the back of this dock, we have some ports. On the back of this, we have 3 USB ports and an HDMI out and a PD just for charging, making sure that it's good. And then this bad boy plugs right on top here. So my biggest thing was, how can I make this happen with just 3 USB ports? Now, luckily my camera supports USB streaming, which means I can just take that camera, put it in here, and then not have to use a capture card for this. What you're gonna see in a few is me USB streaming from the camera to the device. That's one USB port down. USB number 2 here is going to connect to the game capture card. So for my specific setup, what I do, I have 3 screens behind me. I'm going to take the USB-C 2 here is going to be dedicated to the game capture card. Now that game capture card is going to run a feed from an HDMI cable coming from the game PC out of the video card into the capture card. While that is plugged into the computer, I'm going to duplicate the screen so that I can see the screen on one of these, and all this is seeing is that duplicate screen. If that makes sense, you'll see it here. Now, normally you would set a separate display to game on, and then your other display, which would be this, would be what you control OBS and everything with. But seeing that it's already plugged in, I'm just going to duplicate the screen that I have to also duplicate to this feed. Therefore, I can keep my source the same on my monitor and not have to switch between sources or add another screen or turn anything off. USB number 3 is going to be the mic. So I'll take the USB mic that I have, my Blue Yeti, and plug it into this 3rd USB, and that's all 3 USBs used for this device. There's also an Ethernet port here. I don't really use that because my Wi-Fi is right here, and I get 1 gig down, and 1 gig up, so I'm good. So that leaves us with the HDMI port. HDMI port, what I'm going to do is, since this screen is so small, it's kind of hard to run OBS on here. I'm going to take this and pop it into the left monitor here. And then to control this, instead of using the touch screen and the small buttons on the ROG Ally, I can use this Bluetooth keyboard, and it's paired up with this Bluetooth mouse as well. And I'll just use this on the side as I control OBS. After tweaking some OBS settings and making sure that my scenes are all set up, I have a nice setup for the gaming PC and the streaming PC. So now as I'm gaming, all my gaming resources are going straight to gaming, and all my streaming resources are going straight to the streaming PC. We're making a great, beautiful streaming ecosystem. we did it. We did it. By the way, I didn't look up any tutorials for this. This was kind of just my brain going. If you have any other ideas of how to do this maybe easier, let me know. But this is kind of what I use based on what I have, and kind of just went off of that. And somehow after plugging everything, it worked. So that's kind of how I work anyway. I plug and hopefully it plays. All right, so now with all that explanation, I'm going to now go into OBS and show you guys how this thing looks. Let's get it. Boom. Okay, we are currently in OBS right now. I have OBS, as you can see, on this screen here, which is what I'm pointing out here. And then I also have my monitor here, which I'm going to be gaming on this monitor. And then I have a camera here, my mic here. Everything seems to be working so far. I'm going to click over, I have camera only. I'm going to click over to gameplay. And we can see my Steam account here. And there it is. Now, one thing I do have to change, because we're not getting any audio from here, is I have to go into my sound and make sure that the sound is coming from the capture card, because HDMI that's going into the capture card is what I'm plugged into. And the HDMI is coming from the gaming PC. Stay with me, stay with me. So I'm gonna come over here to my audio. I have a sound switcher here. Click Ripsaw HD, and now over here on the game feed, you can see our game feed right here. He's actually getting something. So I have my trusty DualSense controller, and let's game. Let's stream. Paying attention. Oof. Clean. So right now, you can see on these two screens here, this is what I'm seeing here. This is what I'm gonna game on, and this is the other side here, where I'm just watching OBS. And then this is also the Ally itself running, doing what it has to do. So this part was so fire. Crazy. Nope. 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 Get off me. Nope. Get off me.
Celestial court welcomes you, foul monkey.
There you have it. That's how you take your ROG Ally Z1 and make it into a streaming PC. Something that I didn't think that it can do, but then after, thinking about it for a little bit, it makes more sense that it can do that more than not. And that's what I like to do here. I like to just kind of tinker around and see if the things that I have end up working. And usually they sort of do. And then if not, then, I kind of troubleshoot until I kind of get it working in a way that it works for me. And this was one of those situations. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, share. You guys are running up that other video with the ROG Ally. So I'm gonna just keep doing ROG Ally stuff until you guys get tired of it. Because you guys like it, so I'll keep making it. And if you wanna see something else, let me know. Drop it in the comments down. Are you streaming with your ROG Ally? Are you streaming with your, what's the other one, Steam Deck? Does the Steam Deck have that capability? It doesn't have Windows on it, but I think there's a way you can. Let me know if that's a thing. I know the other handhelds, I think, also run Windows. But yeah, that's been another video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.